What's up, everybody? Azariel here for a special video of sorts. I normally don't do videos like this because I tend to keep things that are going on in my personal life, to myself. I don't really like to share those things on this channel, but like I just recently got some bad news, and it may affect the way that you may hear like my commentary on like videos in the future, just until further notice or whatever. But I feel like this was something that I should share with you guys, just so you can know what's going on with me, so that if anything does happen, I ain't talking about nothing like extreme, like I'm not going off the deep end. It's just that I did receive some bad news, and in all honesty, I am shaken by it. So just understand that I'm not 100%, and basically that's what it is. So, all right. So what is this about? As you guys may know from past videos that I've said, I have been attending the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, and my major was my bachelor's in media arts and animation, and attending there. But I had started back in May of 2012, and all the way up until now, and there was always this one class that kind of pretty much had been like pretty much was my bane of existence. And it was called Fundamentals of Design. And in this class, they have you using different programs such as Photoshop or what have you. And you need that program in order to do the assignments in this class. And this was my third time taking that class. So basically, it just goes like this. The first time I took the class, everything I was reading was a bit vague. I tried to speak with the instructors, that they weren't of much help, and pretty much like I ended up, failing the class. Then the second time I took the class, unfortunately, I did not have access to Photoshop. I had used all of my trials, and I didn't have, money lying around for me to go out and buy a program like that, and it was really just like, I was really just asked out. Like, I tried to use other programs like GIMP or Paint.net, and they didn't work good at all. Like, they did not work well for the assignments that I was given. I couldn't get the assignments done with those programs, so it was like I needed the actual program, Photoshop, and not some like program that was Photoshop-esque. So I ended up failing the class for a second time. Now this third time, I was able to obtain Photoshop, and everything was going good. But yesterday, and I just talked with my academic counselor today, that my enrollment at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh had been terminated. And basically, it's like this: every semester, they review your GPA, and your GPA has to be a certain percentage in order for you to continue with enrollment in that school. So this past semester, I had to have a GPA of at least 1.0. So that was the first semester. This semester I had to have a GPA of at least 2.0. Mind you, I was 2 points away from achieving a 2.0, but because I had failed, that class of fundamentals of design, you know, uh, uh, 2 times prior to this, it really held my grade down. And had I passed this class, if things were going normally, I would have had the 2.0, you know, after I got finished with this class. Like, you have to understand, like, you may not think this to be, like a big deal. Oh, like, you got terminated from college, big whoop. You have to understand, like, ever since I was a little kid. Matter of fact, hold on, I have to get something. Let me just show you. And I wish I would have thought to get this beforehand, but just to get you guys to understand where I'm coming from. This is like the first time I'm pulling this out in like years since I moved in this house that I'm currently at. I want you guys to take a good look at this system right here. A lot of you guys know what this is. A lot of you cats that's, new gamers or things of that, a lot of you new guys that, came up on like the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox around that time. You guys became gamers. You guys don't even know what this is. This thing is called an Atari 2600, and I've had this since I was a little kid, and I got all of my games and controllers in this box right here. Games like the original Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, you see, Combat, what I'm saying, right there. I got Warlords, Space Invaders, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Pitfall, which is one of my favorite games on here. Solaris 2600. This is one of my favorite games. I remember playing this game avidly, and constantly. Stampede. This was back when, like the names of games were the names of like genres. For example, like boxing, that's a genre of game, but this is the actual name of the game. I had 2 of them. I got 2 of these because one of them worked and the other one didn't. And I'm not sure which one is when, because like both of these are chipped. But yeah, like the whole purpose of me bringing this out was to show you guys the Warlords. But yeah, the whole purpose of me bringing this out was to just explain this. Like it'll just help you really get a much better understanding of this. Ever since I was little, a little kid, like 5, 6 years old, even like way before that when I was like 3, I was beating all of these games. Like seriously, I was an avid video gamer since yay high, kind of like the story of like John Henry. John Henry, he was a kid that was born, like with a hammer in his hand supposedly. I believe that I was born, like with a joystick in my hand. It was just one of those things that I was meant to do. You know what I mean? And ever since I was little, that's all I did really. Came home, did homework, of course. I had a mother that made sure that I did that, and played video games. I would hook it up to the big TV sets, the big analog TV sets that like a lot of families had, and I would just play, constantly, games, that I've named, and as well as other ones. And that's pretty much all I ever wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be involved with video games, anime, artwork, things of that nature. And it was one of those things that really pushed me, to only fight for that dream. You know what I mean? And at a time, you know, in my area there is no schools for there is no schools for the major that I wanted to uh, do. And around my area, you see people going for their, you know, their medical degrees and things like that. In my area, that's the reason why I had to do my education online. I wasn't going to attend something that I had no, or like I wasn't going to pursue some career just to make money. I like to be happy in what I'm doing, and if I can't do that, then it's not worth it. You know what I mean? And I felt like if I couldn't be, you know, a gamer for a living, like I wanted to be involved with video games, you know, anime or what have you. You know, I grew up on anime such as Ronin Warriors, you know, animes like that. Uh, Gundam Wing, you know, playing video games. That was basically my life, you know, and that's all I ever wanted to do. Either be, you know, I just wanted to be involved with that somehow. And, you know, majors like graphic design, you know, like media arts and animation. When I finally found a school, because for a minute, for like 3 years, I just couldn't find a school. And I had literally no knowledge of online education until one day I seen like a commercial for the Art Institute, and that's when I decided to, you know, enroll. So to hear that I had been terminated, it's really kind of like a dream's been crushed. You know what I mean? And it was just so sudden, because I talked to my academic counselor, you know, like a week before this happened, and she told me that I had time to get my grade up. So I'm thinking, okay, I got time, like I finally got everything working correctly, you know, everything's in order, I can do this finally. I was turning my assignments in on time, and I had a 100 in the classroom, so obviously, you know, I had everything that I needed. You know, I knew what I was doing, and I also had the, you know, the programs for me to do it. So everything was on the up and up. So to get that, it was pretty much just like a reoccurring nightmare. Because even when I was little, up until now, it's like anytime something good or positive happens to me, it's just like there's some bad that just has to come with it. And it's just that reoccurring nightmare. It's pretty much like something good has to happen in order for something bad to happen to me. You know what I mean? I'm working, things are looking positive, and then just like that, something bad happens to where I'm not able to do that anymore. And it's like I haven't felt this way in a while. Don't worry, like I'm not getting all emo and all that, but I am pretty down. So, make sure this thing's recording. Yeah, it kind of cut off in the middle, like the batteries died. I had to go switch them, but yeah, like I'm not getting all emotional or emo or things like that. It's just that I'm just shaken up by the news. But you know, I'm pretty sure like a lot of you can probably relate, you know, to having, you know, good things happen to you, and then it seems like something negative happens like later on down the line to where you're not able to do what you were doing anymore. So, but you know, all is not, you know, negative. You know, it's some, like, even though I'm down, like I'm gonna just keep my head up, because like you never know if something is gonna cheer you up, you know, and you have to be, you know, prepared for that, you know, and like you can't be down when that's something positive it could come to you. Now, I am going to stay positive throughout all this, well, you know, so like through this series of events, because I do have some good news. I spoke to my academic counselor, and she, um, expressed her sympathies about my termination, and she told me that, she didn't want to see me, stop pursuing this major at some other online school. And she said that she can get the credits transferred, which is good. That's something positive right there. But, I'm still kind of taken back to the fact that I was terminated after everything was just going right. You know what I mean? So that's basically it. And just forgive me if you hear that background noise. I can't deal with that. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, that background noise just kind of threw me off. But people yelling, but whatever. It's, I'm staying positive throughout all this. I'm trying to get everything, going. But this is just to let you know, to all the people that, may watch this, before I have my next series of videos coming up, not my next series of videos, what I'm saying, but my next batch of videos, or just any videos after this, if you see that my commentary isn't as it once was, it's probably because I'm still kind of down about all this. But, if you're watching this after those videos come out, then I just want you to know that this is going to be the reason. I'm still shaken up by it. Like there is some positive, or like there is some lights at the end of this tunnel, this dark tunnel that I'm in. But yeah, that's basically everything that's going on right now. Again, it may not be much to most of you guys out there, because you're thinking, oh, it's school, yeah, what I'm saying, like you can just get the credits transferred or whatever. Understand that this is all I ever wanted to do with my life. Be involved with video games or anime. You know what I mean? Because I do draw a lot too. I wish I had those books with me, where I had my drawings, all the way back from my elementary, days, and I was drawing characters like Dragon Ball Z characters, and I was good. I was heavy into it, and I still am to this day. Dragon Ball Z characters, again, what I'm saying, Ronin warrior characters, even Pokemon characters. I was into Pokemon heavy at the time. Don't think you too gangster to admit that. You're not. Everybody was in Pokemon one time or another, not unless you was living under a rock. But yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna just stay positive, and I'm gonna just keep my head up. And I guess if things turn around, I'll let you guys know in another video. But just understand that, at the moment, I'm shaking. I'm not 100%. Like, I had some things planned for this afternoon, and I'm still going to do them. I don't want anybody to watch this video thinking like, oh, like he's canceling this again or he's canceling that again. No, I'm not. It's just that understand that I'm shaken by something that has happened to me that I, was excited about, and I was excited that I was attending a school where I could pursue my major, and everything was going well. Now, after so many fails, you know what I mean, just to get terminated like that, it's just, yeah. But that's basically it, So, for all of you who, again, may watch this, that may watch this, before those videos come out, thank you for understanding, and for all the people that don't really understand, thank you for at least trying, or at least I hope you tried to understand. If you're watching this after, thank you, again, for understanding, and for those who, or at least trying to understand, I just appreciate that. So, yeah, I'll update you guys on this if anything changes, but you know, hey, that's it. So I'll see you guys for later. I'll see you guys later. So until then, peace and take care.